Jordan talk. You know why Jordan liked Kobe so much? Because he saw himself in Kobe. The very thing that he was talking about Kobe in the dressing locker room, Skip, before the All-Star game, that's what everybody said about him. He wants to make everything a one-on-one game. He ain't looking to pass the ball. He ain't looking to do anything but go one-on-one and score and light you up. That's why Jordan's like, that's me. I'm looking at myself in the mirror. I'm looking at myself in the mirror, Skip, 14 years ago. That's why he loved Kobe. And Skip, like I said, think about it, Skip. Michael Jordan is the stars of stars, and he's different. And there have been great players, but he was different. And Kobe was not smart enough to know, like, yeah, I'm talking to Michael Jordan. Okay, yeah, bro, hey, check this out. Let me ask you something. How you know where the guy is? And Kobe's probably thinking, well, you need to feel his upper body. No, and Michael said, no, you feel it with your legs. You feel his body with his legs, and that'll tell you what you need to do and where you need to go. He's like, oh. And then Michael says something that I don't know if he's ever told anybody, any player before or after. If you need anything, hit me up. Okay. I guess he didn't know Kobe. Kobe took him literally like, well, go hit him up, Skip. And kept hitting him up and kept hitting him up. And Michael like, man, this dude became a nuisance. I'm like, bro, it's 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Can you get some sleep and leave me alone? But he took the time. And Kobe became what he became because, Skip, when I was growing up, I wanted to be just like my brother. I got the same pair of jeans. I tried to be whatever. He had a shirt. One of his favorite players, Skip, was Bobby Dandridge. Played with the Bullets. They used to call him Mr. Clutch. Well, Skip, I went and got me a shirt, had Mr. Clutch put on the back in lowercase letters because I wanted to be just like my brother. Kobe Bryant wanted to be just like Michael Jordan. He mimicked. The only thing that he didn't do, Skip, he thought that would be a bit going too far, was take the number 23. But Skip, the way he walked, the arm brand up on his elbow, that knee sleeve rolled down over his calf, the baggy shorts, the way he walked, have his tongue out of his mouth, everything was a carbon copy of what Michael Jordan was. And that's what Kobe Bryant became. And that's why people say the closest thing we've ever seen to Michael Jordan is when Kobe beat Bryant. And it is very, very true.
And I very, very much agree. The reason that I have such respect for the Michael-Kobe relationship is, even in my year in Chicago covering those Last Dance Bulls, I was not aware how close Michael and Kobe were becoming. I didn't see it. I didn't hear about it over the next 5, 6, 8 years. And not until Kobe passed, not until the memorial hit us all and was so bittersweet for everyone to have to live through, especially Michael Jeffrey Jordan, who cried up there in ways, showed emotion like he'd never shown in public before. I didn't appreciate just how deep the bond had become between Kobe and Michael. And I read a quote last night from Magic Johnson, and I'm going to read just a part of it, because he said Kobe didn't have a lot of friends, but he really had a good friend in Michael. It almost came across like that was the only real friend that he had. He said, Magic said, I think they could go places in conversations that nobody else could go to with Kobe or Michael, where they understood the greatness of each other and could go there. And Magic concluded, Kobe knew that Michael really and truly cared about him, and Kobe definitely cared that much about Michael, which is why when they talked about big brother, little brother, and when Kobe said, I wouldn't be here without him, I wouldn't have 5 championships without his guidance, man, it stunned me. It gives me chills just to talk about it now, where the reverence, the awe for each other, the deep connection at a level none of us can ever know between those two greats was chilling to me last night when I saw the Kobe quotes, because they were obviously, he did the interview before he passed, obviously, so it was maybe one of the last interviews that he did before he passed. And I appreciate it so much, and I don't want to dwell on this, but I know we had LeBron with his Instagram post and Big Brother, and I got you, and I'm going to carry on for you. I got your back. I'm going to keep it going. And LeBron concluded, please give me the strength from above, from the heavens above, and watch over me. I got us here. And I just don't think LeBron's connection with Kobe was anything like this Kobe-Michael one. I know that LeBron and Kobe had gotten closer near the end, maybe, but it wasn't anything like the depth of this one. This was true. This was Michael, who was threatened by any and everybody, even Clyde Drexler, as we saw last night, saying, okay, he could be me. You know what? I'm going to honor him by putting my arm around him, but I'm going to do it quietly. I'm going to do it off camera. Right. I'm not going to publicize it. I'm not even going to talk about it. Kobe didn't talk about it. They seem to have some rivalry because they'd sort of trash talk each other. But the depth of this that I saw last night was a beautiful thing to watch.
It was, Skip. And you know, Skip, I think the thing is for those two, someone that's been in a very similar situation, because when you think about it, all those moves, Kobe had to get them from somewhere. Yeah, you can study, but at some point in time, you got to go meet the master. You have to go and talk to him and feel and have him show you. Skip, you remember when after they lost in 2011, LeBron went and worked out with Akeem Olajuwon because he wanted to understand the footwork in the post and how he was going to be able to dip under, get to the basket, shoot that fadeaway, that turnaround that he made, that he's gotten very proficient at. Well, Michael Jordan, at some point in time, he and Kobe had to have a conversation. Kobe, they had to have met up and worked on it. Skip, it's funny that he was in the locker room at the All-Star game, and Jordan said, that little Laker boy go take everybody one-on-one. Skip, that's Michael. That's Michael, Skip, at the 85 All-Star game, because that Isaiah and Bird, they froze him out because they say that little bull boy, he gonna take everybody one-on-one, and we not gonna pass him the ball.
That's true.
He saw, Skip, he saw himself. It's almost when he looking at Kobe, he's looking at his reflection in the mirror. That's what he saw. And then he saw that, because Skip, here's a 19-year-old that's not afraid to take on Michael, who was the best player in the game at that time. He was, I'm not afraid of you. Everybody else was in awe and in reverence. Yeah, I'm gonna respect you. I know who you are. I know what you represent, but come get these buckets. And that's how Kobe approached it. And so from that point on, that's why Kobe went at everybody. He said, if I can go at that guy, and Skip, you remember the last time that he faced Michael, he dropped double nickels on him. He said, the only way I can know how to show Michael Jordan respect was to do that. Skip, I mean, it was so good to see. Go ahead, Skip.
Yeah, well, again, as Kobe said last night, in that first All-Star game, all that anybody really knew of him, those guys in the other locker room, I'm the guy who shot all those air balls. And he did in his first playoff series. Remember, he just shooting air balls like crazy. And I think he won over Jordan because it didn't bother him a bit. He came right back firing the next year and started to turn into Kobe Bryant.
Right. Skip, but if I'm not mistaken, I don't even know if Kobe was a starter. He got voted into the starter. He got voted into the All-Star game as a reserve player. That just goes to show you what they thought of him and knew what was coming. But it was unbelievable to hear Jordan talk about Kobe and to hear Kobe talk about how and what a special relationship that he had with Jordan.
Yeah, it really was. And that quote from Kobe, what you got from me was from him. And that's how I'm going to remember that episode and that interview. Guys, I'm going to change it up here. We're going to talk a little bit more Cowboys and CeeDee Lamb. Is there just too much pressure on the receiver? We go there next.